You can call the meeting to order.
Thank you. I'll call the June 16th, 2021 meeting of the Grimsby Active Advisory Committee to order. And I am to remind everyone that the meeting's being live streamed, and a record of the meeting will be archived on the town of Grimsby's website following the meeting. Reminder that only items on the agenda will be discussed at this meeting. Anything we discuss after the close of the meeting isn't recorded, and all new items that need to be brought forward for consideration prior to the next scheduled meeting. I've notification here that committee member Ann Porter Benello sends her regrets. She's unable to attend. Do we have any disclosures of pecuniary interest? I'm not hearing or seeing any. We can move on. Is everyone all right with the agenda? Any approval? And I would ask for a mover for the resolution to approve this agenda, please.
Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce. And I need a seconder.
I'll second that.
Thank you. I read the and aloud resolved that the June 16th, 2021 AGAC meeting agenda be approved. Thank you. That was Bruce. And, okay, good. Oh yeah, I guess I have to get all in favor. I got the second. I didn't get the all in favor part, did I? Nobody jumped in to tell me that. Telling me this. I can't see all in favor. So if there's anybody objecting, holler, we'll know it. I think by default, we're all in favor. Motion has passed. Adoption of the previous committee meetings. Going to ask you about that, Brandon. I just to be sure, it just says adoption of previous committee meetings. Is there any room for corrections, errors, omissions, that kind of discussion?
Through the chair, these minutes of March 17th have already been approved by council. They went to council.
There's nothing for us to say as a group then?
No, just for information, the minutes have been approved by committee of the whole.
Very good. Thank you. Going to go into the reports now, procedural matters. What have I got here? Going to do a roundtable introductions. Again, I'll ask the question, but we did that last meeting. Is that something that's done at every meeting procedurally?
Through you, Mr. Chair. I guess the purpose is we do have a new member here that was hoping to introduce himself and was hoping to get introduced to the rest of the group. So if you don't mind, our new engineering services manager, Marvin Ingebrigtsen, would like to do a roundtable if that's okay.
Sure. And you'd like us just to give our names? Is that?
Sure. I think just a name and yeah, just so we can put a name with the face, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll call it out as we go down the people I can see, and then after that we'll have to just wing it because I'm only looking at two Bruces and a Philip and you and me. So I'm Paul McClenaghan, chair of the committee. Bruce, you go ahead. Mannion.
Bruce Mannion, longtime member
of
the Active Grimsby.
And looking at my screen, I'll just call it out as the pictures show up. Phil?
Philip Rand, Grimsby residence, 30 years.
Thank you. And Bruce McKenzie?
Good evening, member of the Green Committee as well. Welcome. And I'm sorry, Brandon, I didn't catch
Marvin's name.
First name. Is it Marvin?
Correct, Marvin.
Hello,
okay,
Marvin.
Great.
Next on the list, I'm looking at you, Marvin, so jump right in.
Thanks, Bruce. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to introduce myself, Marvin Ingebrigtsen, recent addition to the team. manager of engineering services, came on board at the end of March, and happy to be part of the committee and to meet you all and to help out where I can.
Nice to meet you. Brandon, I guess we know who you are.
Yes, Brandon, Director of Public Works. Happy to support the committee, and Marvin and Michael as well.
Thank you. And Sarah, I don't see your face here, but I know you're there.
You don't?
I know. There you are. There you are now. There must be some setting I can do to get everybody in. Gallery view. There you are.
Yes,
Hey,
there you go. That'll help you. for
Magic.
sure. Yes, I think I know everybody here, and Marvin and I certainly have met, but for anybody listening, Director of Parks, Recreation and Culture.
so who have I missed? Here we go. Alderman Ritchie, I guess. I'm sure they know who you are.
Yeah. Marvin, welcome to Active Grimsby, Council Representative for this committee.
Who else have I missed here? Michael?
Hey, Mike Palumba, Transportation Engineering Technologist.
Okay. John, we got John, didn't we?
No,
No, I didn't get John. Okay, there you
Hi,
are.
I'm Jonathan Selesky. I'm going to say I'm new to Grimsby because I blinked my eyes and I've been living here for 8 years.
Yes, we're in the same boat. Yeah. Is that everybody? Anybody I missed? Good. Okay. What's next? Round two.
How do you get gallery?
Sorry?
How do you get gallery?
It was it was at the top of my screen. I just clicked on it, and all of a sudden, you all showed up.
There's should be a view button,
An icon too. I had an icon in mine.
the
Yeah.
top right corner.
That's what mine says leave.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to Sarah, resignation of committee members. That's to Sarah Sweeney.
Is it to me?
Yes, that's what my notes say.
Oh, okay. Just for the committee's awareness, I know there was a resignation of a committee member received. Ruth Moffett has indicated that she's not able to continue on with the committee at this time.
That's it. And there was a recommendation here that you're still recommending not looking out to fill that position. We've lost 2 now, so.
Through you, Chair, I suppose that is a discussion that could that others could weigh in upon. I do think we were going for a larger committee, but it was a really large number to maintain. I think the number you're at now is a little bit more typical of what you'd see of committee sizes. So my personal feeling would be to remain as you are, to adjust your membership accordingly. But certainly if anybody else wants to share comments to that or share their thoughts, you certainly could take them and decide as a group how you wish to proceed.
Fair enough. Any strong thoughts on that right now? So hearing none, we can roll along and see where we get.
Well, you and I had been talking to a lady that would have been a good addition to the committee.
Yeah.
But that was a year ago or so.
That's right. And it seems to me that we can't just appoint. If we open up, we open up publicly. Am I right, Sarah? I think that's
correct. You'd have to do a call out and receive applications and go through a process similar to what we did with all of you. So you would have to follow that type of a process.
Okay. Well, we'll hang tight for now then. I think that's a good idea.
You can always opt to revisit it at a later time, right? But perhaps even while we're still a bit in flux and still doing virtual and all of that, but again, up to the group.
No, I think that I'm fine with that. Anybody else? I don't hear anybody else who's not. Where are we? Grimsby, terms of reference. That's turning over to Brandon. Or amendment to the terms of reference.
Sure, I can just, I guess, give you a quick update. So I know the committee had an existing terms of reference in place, and our clerk's administration department, our town clerk, is creating standard terms of reference between all of the subcommittees of council. And we'll be bringing that forward probably at the next meeting, just for the committee's information. So we're not prepared to do that at this meeting, but we'll bring it forward to the next committee meeting for everyone's input, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so is there anything significant that you could put our way, or do we wait and see?
I don't think so. It's just it's a way of standardizing our terms of reference, so it's consistent with all the different committees. So we're all kind of on the same level playing field, I guess, if you want to call it, maybe for lack of a better term. But
Yeah.
I mean, we can certainly circulate it in advance to get your input on it. I don't think there's anything major in there that would be alarming to the committee. So.
Okay, fair enough. And this one calls for a resolution at this stage. Okay. Resolution. I need a resolution. I need somebody to let me see, a mover, and then I'll read the words.
I'll move.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Bruce and Bruce. Thank you very much.
We'll take turns, Bruce.
Thank you. Resolved that the update provided by town staff with respect to procedural matters be received by the advisory committee, and that the advisory committee acknowledge and accept the resignation of Ruth Moffat from the advisory committee, and given that current number of advisory committee members exceeds the minimum number under the terms of reference, which is 7 voting members, that the vacancy created by the resignation not be filled, and that staff review of the terms of reference for updates, and that the updated terms of reference be presented to the committee at a later date. All in favor? Thank you. No one opposed? Thank you. And that was Bruce and Bruce, wasn't it?
Yep.
I have to put all this information on a document and hand it in, so I want to make sure I get it down right. It looks to me, speaking of getting it right, I missed one item on the agenda. That's item 5, delegations. There are no requests for a delegation, but just to make that official. Moving on. Okay, a report from Recreation, Parks and Culture from Sarah.
Thank you, Chair. So on the first item, I am very pleased to say that our Trails Master Plan RFP process is completed, and the award report went to council last meeting. So at the next meeting, those minutes get ratified, and then we are on our way for the Trails Master Plan, which is very, very exciting. I know we discussed the scope here, and I shared that content with all of you, and really excited to say that it is moving forward. The first component of that will be data collection. So gathering a lot of documents that we have that maybe are complementary to the process, and also probably some mapping and some other content. And then we will get into a consultation phase, which certainly we will be seeking all of input from all of you and involvement from all of you, and also with the community as well. And that's expected to occur in August, September, somewhere in that neighborhood. From there, they'll then start to gather some of their recommendations and feedback for us. There will be a second round of community consultation, again, involving several of our committees as well, and then moving towards a final document that we can use as a bit of a guidepost, which should be done aiming for right now, February 2022. So it is a bit of an ambitious timeline, but we are going to try and stick with it to the very best of our ability. And certainly we'll be looking for this committee to help promote participation in the community consultation piece. And of course, again, being involved in it. So if you have some ideas, sketches, thoughts, people you've talked to in the community about these things, you start to gather all of those, because we will be looking forward to getting all of that information from you. One other thing I thought I would just maybe mention here is, it'd be great to have this committee help support promoting this in the community when there is that community consultation piece going on. And if you recall from last year, we got those slap bracelets done to promote safe walking. And actually, Chair Paul, we had a quick conversation as well about how to utilize those. And I wondered if maybe it would be worthwhile that when we're in that community consultation phase, provided that COVID continues to open up more, perhaps we could involve this committee in getting out into the community and promoting awareness about the plan and how to get involved and share your ideas, and use the slap bracelets as well as a bit of a giveaway and have an opportunity. Maybe even attend the farmers market or some other activity, again, provided it's safe to do so. I just thought it might be a way to check off a couple of boxes, create some awareness for this committee, help promote this plan, and also get those bracelets out to good use in the community. So just wanted to throw that out as an idea. If anybody wants to share, if you think that's one worthwhile pursuing, we can certainly add it into our plan.
I would be willing to do it at the farmer's market. I've been to the farmer's market, and it would add to our exposure.
Great. Anyone else have any comment on that? I like the idea, so I'm certainly, Bruce McKenzie.
Question through you, Paul, Sarah. Is the name of the consultant public knowledge at this time?
In the award report, it was public, and it is, so it is public information. SEMA is who we are looking at.
And if they've done work in the town before with Trails Master Plan?
Yeah, if you want, I can even refer the report to you afterwards so you can see it. They've actually done quite a bit of this type of work, and also quite a bit of this work even regionally, which I think really helps because, you know, when we look at these things, we do want to look obviously primarily Grimsby, but even connections surrounding us. And I think that they're going to bring a lot of knowledge and expertise to the table. I think we'll be really happy with them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sarah, I have found the character study, the 40 Mile Creek Trail from 2009. The character study is from before that, and then the other studies that were done for the trails and different things, multi-use trail proposal for Centennial Park, and so things like that I found. So if you want me to drop them off over to your office or to the front desk?
Sure, if you want to, or we can maybe even connect. I hope I have a lot of them, but I may not have all of them. So then perhaps you can even fill any gaps in. And same with anybody else on this panel. If there's any other documents or reference pieces you think we should add in, please do let us know. Maybe we've already got it, but it doesn't hurt to make sure we do.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, I'm just going to have to jump in. We need to take a short recess, an issue with our Zoom license. I'm using the free one, so we're running out of time. So so what we're going to do is we're just going to log off, and Donna, our deputy clerk, is going to send a new meeting invite, and then we'll just have to re-sign in and we'll start the process over again. So I apologize. We are still working out the kinks, and technology is great, but sometimes it's the user's problem. So, so we'll just adjourn for this moment, short recess, and then we'll reconvene once we get the new link.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So we leave, don't we? Yes, I guess we leave.
Gotta sign out, you mean?
That's what I'm sensing.